Guys, what is the crack? So just finishing up editing the mobility session that you're going to see in a second. Been extremely busy over the last couple of days, so haven't really had a chance to get to it. So this one is with a commentary, so taking you through each of the exercises individually and why I'm using it. So hopefully you get some value from it, and if you do, smash the thumbs up button, make sure you subscribe, and hope you enjoy it. So we're going to start off with about 5-10 minutes on the bike just to get a little bit warm. Almost act as a loosener out a little bit, and makes it easier for me to get into those positions then I'm going to be working with over the next maybe 20 to 30 minutes. So started the mobility workout at my calves, and here I am just performing a simple calf raise. Again, trying to take it nice and slow up onto the balls of my feet, get a nice little contraction in the calves before I move on to any active or passive stretching. Then moved on to a knee to wall stretch. Again, the position of my foot is as far back from the wall that allows me to get my knee to barely touch the wall while also keeping my heel on the ground. Going through roughly 20 repetitions of this on each side. Hopefully then over the next couple of weeks I'll be able to progress the distance that my foot is away from the wall, and that will help improve the mobility that I have at the ankle. This one is a variation of the knee to wall stretch with my hip in greater flexion, and you'll also see here that I'm using my hand to get myself into greater dorsiflexion, which will increase the range of motion that I have at the ankle and will hopefully help when I am in a deep squat position be able to push my knee out past my toe. This standing calf stretch, again working on increasing my range of dorsiflexion, but my left leg then is kept completely straight this time, and it's just a different kind of stimulus to the muscle and with my body in different position. Then moving on to a passive hamstring stretch. So I've wrapped the resistance band around the top of my foot and keeping my back flat with the floor, my left leg extended out straight, and I'm pulling the resistance band towards me, trying to increase that stretch I'm getting in the hamstring every so often, then trying to increase that stretch on the hamstring by pulling my leg towards my head. Now moving on to what's a combination between a groin stretch and a hip flexor stretch, so it's important to pay attention to how you actually get into this position. So knee on the mat, foot is up behind you against the wall, my left foot is out in front, and what I'm going to try and do then is sit back onto my heel and keep my torso in a vertical position, trying to increase that stretch that I'm getting on my quad in front and my hip flexor as well. The trouble I'm having then is when I put myself into my left hand side, which you can see here, I'm not able to fully lean back, and I'm actually not able to get into a fully upright position either because the stretch is just too great on that left leg. So a little bit embarrassing for me here, but again just gives you a little bit of an idea of what I'm working with and how I'm trying to work on it. I probably did a few more sets of this stretch than any other one, and holding for 20 to 30 second holds. Again, every 4 to 5 seconds, trying to increase that stretch by either leaning back or by trying to get my bum further towards my heel to increase that stretch. So I'm going to be working on this one for the next couple of weeks, and hopefully that helps with the pain in my knee. If not, then we're going to have to try something else. Then into a simple groin stretch. So this one, my left knee is on the floor, my right foot is out to the side. Again, with this one we're trying to keep that right foot flat on the floor, and by sitting back further onto my left heel I'll be able to increase that stretch that I'm getting on the right leg. Swapping legs, spending maybe 15 to 20 seconds on each side and repeating 2 to 3 times. Last two exercises then weren't so much stretches but more so just exercises. So this one is a groin squeeze, so I'm placing the foam roller in between my two knees with my feet just about hip width, and what I'm literally trying to do is squeezing the foam roller as hard as I can between my legs And here you see it from the side again, keeping my back flat with the floor, both feet flat, and squeezing that foam roller as hard as I can for about 3 sets of 10 to 15 seconds. The last loaded exercise then was just a simple kettlebell deep squat hold. So seen here with a 18 kg kettlebell held between my hands, sitting down into a deep squat and holding it again for about 3 sets of 30 seconds. I'm really happy with how these turned out because it used to be a problem for me to get into this position without having pain in my knee. So really happy with how these turned out. Okay, so rehab session done. One probably took about 18 to 20 minutes. So focusing on, again, starting with dynamic stuff and then moving into longer static stretches and holds, and then finishing off then with a loaded deep kettlebell squat, just to kind of get comfortable in that position again, because that's one of the kind of positions where it does give me a little bit of trouble. We'll see how it is tomorrow. Game time tomorrow in the morning, so hoping for a win in that game. So it's been a busy week this week. Put a screenshot of my Fitbit summary from the week up on Instagram there yesterday. I'll leave as well. So again, you can see long distances walked, a lot of calories burned. So feeling good to be back to training. It's a little bit, I would say recovery times are a little bit longer now because I'm doing such long days, and walking obviously would delay recovery time of my lower body sessions, but all in all feeling pretty good and looking forward to increasing volume next week again and kind of moving steadily up in the weights.